Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I'm now testing out agriculture. So we got three types of fields. We got the hay fields, and then we got the vegetable fields, and then there's the brown fields. I don't know what we'll do there, probably something. Carrots or something, potatoes maybe. Anyway, so we have the tractor. It's not fully set up. I'm just still working through the configuration here. Basically, you'll be able to come into the field, right? And then the tractor starts working. Of course, you can lift the arm up and down. And then after, and then it spits out a bale. And you can pick up that bale. Oh. Oops. Oh, that's interesting, actually. Oh, is it glitched? Uh-oh. Arm up. Oh, I gotta press the button. Interesting. There it goes. Alright. Takes a little bit. So yeah, so then you'll get this little guy here, and you'll be able to bring it over to the trailer and pack it onto the trailer. Like that. And we should be able to weld it onto the trailer with the buttons. Now it's welded on there. What I wanted to try was to see if I knock it off, if it still welds it to the trailer or not. Huh, that's interesting. It's not welded to the trailer, is it? No, it's not welded to the trailer. Weird, but the rest of these are? Strange. So it pops. It has a tendency to move. That was interesting. Okay. This game is very funny sometimes, I tell you. So that's it, really, in a nutshell. We'll have three different cargo types. Yeah, and then there's a trailer that goes along with this, so you can haul it around. And I mean, that's pretty much that. Like, you can pick the bales up from the side and put them on the trailer easily, and then they weld themselves to the trailer. As you saw there, it was so smooth. And then I'm guessing I'll probably be able to use the helicopter at some point to carry the bales wherever they need to go. That'll be like a future update. Does not want to go backwards. Yeah, so I guess it'll keep going. It's supposed to stop and wait. That's why I'm still kind of working the bugs the bugs out of it. Let's see, move that up. Yeah, I basically just pick it up like that. Away you go. So I mean, there's going to be lots of A to B, spawn a trailer in, connect to it, and drive. But I wanted to kind of spice up some of the game the best that I could. So then you can press the button in here, and that releases it. Oh, and it falls off, of course. So you obviously have to load it from the side. It's not meant to be easy, it's meant to be tricky. But the way the trailer is set up, oh, you know, I bet you it had a glitch because there's a value. Did that work? Interesting. There's a value in there that goes true and false. If it touches the trailer. Here, let's see. Let's see if we can pick this thing up like regularly. Alright, there, it's on the trailer now. There we go. Now, what I want to just need to make sure that one last thing here, if it makes the value. Where are we here? On trailer is true. But if I push it off the trailer, its value is still true. And it flies away. So that's kind of the problem. So what we need to do now is in the code. That's how you know you got a problem. Something's wrong. So in the code we need to let's see if it finds it. It finds it there, and then what we also need to do is inside the hey A, we need to say dot hey hook. Let's see, dot hey hook dot on trailer. This is false. So that way you'll have to pick it up and you'll have to put it back down onto the trailer in order for that value to go true. So whatever, I mean, people are still going to have problems. It's going to roll off and they're going to say, forget about it. And they're going to click that button. And I should, instead of using a value, see, there's got to be another way. I could check to see if the parts are touching each other. And then, maybe that's a better way of doing it. Maybe that's a better way of doing it. Because it looks for it, and then it inserts a weld where it is, and then it removes the weld. But I wanted to make sure that it was on the trailer before it was able to accept the weld. So there's a value in there that turns on when it makes contact with this gray part. So what I could do is I could then tell it to wait, and then I could say script.enabled equals false, and then we could have this connect. Let's see. It equals false. So it touches it, it turns the value on, and then it goes false again. So this should turn on. So if we duplicate this, and then we'll say, this will say script.parent.connect.enabled equals true, and this one will turn on, it'll wait. It'll turn the value on, and then it will say, this one goes false. No, this one can't go false. So it'll just have to wait every 10 seconds. We can do this here. Too many waits. It can wait 10 seconds and then it'll enable it. And then it will say hit.onTrailer.value. Okay, and then it'll be active. I don't know, it can be active for maybe 5 seconds and then it will disable itself again. Like, it's either that or we have to have buttons all over the trailer, right? You need a button for each piece of this, each piece of that. And I know I'm already going to need scripts, but I'm hoping to tie these scripts to the button. So right now, if it doesn't find this, the hay, the script won't run. It'll just sit there and unless it'll give me an error on this. Actually, it might give me an error on that. Let's see. If I change this to hay. Yeah, so as you can see, it's not quite easy. Still trying to make the concept here, but I think this will be cool. And that way it'll spawn 3 or 4 objects. And you can take the objects and you can weld them to the trailer and then haul them off to wherever. And then that way it doesn't matter. This mission is kind of open-ended. You just go to the field, whatever color the field is, of the 3 or 4 colors, and then it'll just make whatever. You know, but you'll need the tractor, right? The tractor isn't very fast. If you put it on, if you give it a trailer and give it to the semi, then it's way, way faster. So, yeah, like you see it welds, and I really like that, but saying it can't find, I knew it was going to give me an error there. So it'll weld the first 3, but it shouldn't weld that one. Yeah, that's right, exactly, because the script had an error. So, what we need to do in that script is the first thing we need to say. We copy that, and we need to say local. Commit equals that, and we'll say if commit then, and then we'll go down here, else we can just tell it to wait, but instead we'll just tell it to print not found. There, and now it should print not found when it tries to find, because what we're doing is we're taking that whole function and we're wrapping it into a true or a false. So if the conditions are true, then it's going to go through that whole function. If the conditions are false, then you could say else if. This is how you can really expand on the code that you have, right? You can really add other conditions, other factors, you can tie other things to it. Really make it complicated. So, didn't it? Just line 7. Or I'll probably have to say find first child instead of wait for child. Because when you find first child, let's see, maybe that'll work. I should say can't find it, and then it'll skip it. You tell it to wait, you have to wait for it to appear. So yeah, so this is what I'm working on. Then this will go to a food plant, right? And then from the food plant, that's when you'll have your boring A to B. You know, you can get a grocery load to the grocery store, to the corner store, or to a restaurant. And then those values are going to be different values, right? So like I say, there you go. Printed not found. Oh, that's perfect. So if it is there, it'll perform the function. If it isn't there, instead of saying not found, I think we can just tell it to wait, and then it'll just wait. But it's good to have the printing, especially when you're debugging like this and you're not sure, okay, where in the code is the error? You know, how many functions am I able to complete before there's an error? That's kind of what this sort of stuff's found. So we can just tell it to wait. Think, and then that should just, now we got to test it again, right? Every time you do these changes, you want to test the code to make sure the player can go through the process. And then that's going to be it. That's going to be it for this one. We're doing agriculture. Probably in another day or so of coding and working, I'll have it sort of figured out where it's going to go, and then I'll go over it in full detail. Because we designed the buyer part when we did the log missions, it's really easy now to expand on the missions in the game, right? So long as we're able to spawn parts into the workspace and we're able to give them names and values, then we're able to sell any of these things for value. All right, now it's just going to wait. It's going to wait. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to wait. Now we don't have any errors. So one thing I'll need to do before I get too far into the code is to go back through some of the code and wrap it into those larger functions, so that way we don't have any of these, you know, what if this parameter isn't correct, what if this parameter isn't correct, what if this parameter isn't correct. And then instead of having a whole bunch of these little scripts, we can combine all these into one. We can say if then, if then, if then, if then, all that sort of stuff. But sometimes, not every time, but sometimes when you're working with this and building it, it's nice and easy to have a few individual scripts to do a few things, and then later on you can go back through and you can combine them together and just kind of reduce that. But if they're small and they function, then they should be okay, as long as you're not making big complicated scripts that don't really function or require a lot of parameters. Things should work out. So yeah, so that's going to do it. We're just my concept for just agriculture. I don't think there's going to be animal like a specialty cargo or anything like that. It's just going to be, you go to a field, it prints out some stuff, and then you take it and you sell it. And that's pretty much going to be that. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.